Why are so many people flocking to this Vancouver community? Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of this neighborhood. It is one of my favorites here in Vancouver. I'm going to show you what 600,000, what 1 million, 1.5, 2 million is going to get you, and I'm going to take you on a tour. I'm going to show you what 3.5 is going to get you in this community as well. This community has it all. You've got picturesque North Shore mountain views. You have a family-friendly community that has every amenity. You've got a strong sense of community and super convenient access to Highway 1 for those trips up to the mountains. Come with me today as we tour Hastings-Sunrise. I'm going to take you on a really cool bike tour. Make sure you stick around to the very end because I'm going to break down real estate in this area, what you can get for what different price points get you here in Vancouver. And at the very end, we're going to enjoy a meal at a Michelin star restaurant. Let's go. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about real estate, Vancouver and surrounding areas, subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications to be the first to learn what's going on in the current market here in Vancouver. My name is Megan Becker, local realtor with eXp Realty. Myself and my team get calls every day from people looking to make this incredible city their home. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, text, or email, and I'm excited to help you make a smooth move to Canada's best city. Let's go tour Hastings-Sunrise. Let's zoom in on Hastings-Sunrise. So here is all of Vancouver. We're gonna zoom in to the northeast corner up here. This is Hastings-Sunrise. Eastern border is Boundary Road here, which separates Vancouver and Burnaby. The southern border is East Broadway Street here. And then the western border is Nanaimo Street. And northern border is the waterfront here. Okay, Wall Street. There's all these little parks. A couple of them have swing sets. You've got some benches that you can just hang out on and enjoy these incredible views of all the North Shore mountains. North Vancouver is directly across Burrard Inlet here. In the nighttime, you can actually see the three mountains lit up. So Cypress is in the far west, Grouse Mountain, and then Seymour. I always remember them in alphabetical order. So Cypress, Grouse, and then Seymour. And you can see them. They've got night skiing, snowboarding, which is really cool. Obviously in the summer, there's tons of summer fun activities. And that's one of the nice things about being in Hastings-Sunrise is you have direct access to Highway 1. So it makes getting up to the North Shore a lot faster than some of the other parts of Vancouver. Okay, so we are biking along Wall Street. This is one of my favorite areas here. You get a really gorgeous, classic Vancouver neighborhood, plus all the views of the North Shore Mountains here. Okay, let's talk real estate here in Hastings-Sunrise. So it's a really cool community comprised mostly of single family homes, and it's a mix between older character styles and newer homes. And the really interesting thing is a lot of the new homes, you almost wouldn't be able to tell just by walking by them because they've done such a really good job at keeping the character of the community. And then you've got multifamily units, and these are the low-rise apartment-style condos typically seen on the major corridors in Hastings-Sunrise. And then you've got these newer kind of work-live lofts and then heritage conversions. So benchmark sale price for apartment-style condos here is $527,000. Benchmark sale price for single families is $1.826 million. Okay, we're heading back west on Wall Street here. There is a hill because everything obviously slopes down to the water. There is a hill in Hastings-Sunrise here from Wall Street up to the rest of the community that I wasn't really excited about biking up. So we're gonna grab my car and I'm gonna take you guys on a tour of all of the properties here. So we're gonna take a look at an entry-level apartment style building for $600,000. And then we're gonna take a look at a townhouse just over that $1 million mark. We're going to take a look at a property listed for $1.5 million that really you're just buying it for land value. The house is a teardown. And then we're going to look at 6 properties listed between 1.6 and 1.9 million of varying different types, different ages, some with suites, some just with single units. And then we're going to look at a couple properties over that $3 million mark. So excited to take you guys on this tour here. Okay, I'm on Wall Street here. I'm in front of a brand new duplex that was just built in 2023. So this is 2855 and 2857 Wall Street. So the entire lot is 4,000 square feet, obviously divided in two. And then you've got the unit here, 2855 is listed at 1.788 million. And unit 2857 is listed for 1.828 million. So there's a little bit difference in square footage, but they're both relatively around that 1,400 square feet. They're both 3-bed, 3-bath, and are gonna have these incredible views of the North Shore Mountains. Okay, we're still cruising down on Wall Street on the bike here, and I'm in front of a townhome, again, with some incredible views. Everything here along Wall Street, you're gonna have those water and mountain views. So a townhouse just sold in this complex here for 1.13 million. It was built in 2012, so a little bit newer. 1224 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath here. Oh man, you think you're fit until you try and do a real estate tour on a freaking Moby bike riding uphill. Fitness. Okay, we are coming up on 2956 Trinity, and this property actually holds a special place in my heart. I was so close to submitting offers with 2 separate clients on this because there was a lot of potential in this property. So it is an older style Vancouver special built in 1975, just over 2,600 square feet. There's currently 2 units in it. They're being rented. They're getting just over $3,500 a month. The reason that we saw potential is because we're in this northeast corner of Hastings-Sunrise, and if you look behind me, you can see these incredible North Shore mountain views. So this is the property here. So you can see it's up onto a hill, and if you stand in that upper level there, you get these incredible views. So the other part that we liked they're both investor clients, they're developers. And so it's that 4,000 square foot lot that you can now build more units on. So with this whole multiplex proposal that came through in Vancouver, basically any single family zoned lot that is over 4,000 square feet, you can now put more units on it. So there's currently 2 units on that lot right now. There's the upper unit and the lower unit, and then you could technically, on a 4,000 square foot lot, you can put in 4 units there. So that's what these guys saw. They saw the opportunity to put another unit in the home, basically not tear it down, but really gut reno it, and then add a laneway suite. As you can see behind me, there's some really cool infill projects here. And again, we're a little bit higher where I'm standing right now. Put a rooftop patio, that's what we had roughly sketched out for 2956 Trinity. And yeah, just the views. I mean, that's what people in Vancouver pay for, is location and views. And I think we've got some of the best there. I'm on Eaton Street, just off of Renfrew here. We're gonna take a look at a property that's currently listed on the market for 1.5. This is the one you're just paying for lot value here. You've got, I mean, it's fall right now, so all the leaves are gone. I guess it's not fall, it's pretty much winter. But you've got these huge older homes, older trees, big tree-lined streets, and we are just across from the Peony Fairgrounds. So this is 2891 Eaton. This home was built in 1947, but it really is a teardown. You're paying for lot value, but it is a 4,000 square foot lot. As you can see behind me, there are a lot of buses. So you got public transportation right at your front doorstep, and we are at 2891. So older style property, it looks a little bit run down. We're just off the main street, so it's not a corner lot. You've got your next door neighbor tucked in a little bit further back here, but this is Renfrew. That's the Peony Fairgrounds there. So likely if you were to add another story, you're gonna get just over there the North Shore mountain views. Your neighbor over here, you can probably see from their top level. Okay, and right behind me, this little beige house here, this one just sold for 1.666 million. So we are on Cambridge here. And this one, very dated, built in 1922, 4-bed, 2-bath, no updates done. But again, 4,000 square foot lot. You are on right across from park here. Again, just a few. You are 5 homes in from Renfrew. That's Renfrew right behind me here, the Peony Fairgrounds. And likely if you want to redevelop here, you put a second story, you're going to get those North Mountain views again from that second story. So I'm curious, do you like this more in-depth of a real estate dive into a community like this? I know I've spent a lot more time going through different properties, different price points, lot value versus, more of a turnkey property, things like that. Do you like that? Or do you like, just a little splash of real estate, splash of community events, highlights of the community? Yeah, put it in the comments. I'm curious, what do you guys prefer? Okay, now I'm in front of 2780 Oxford. So it's this brick one with the white on top there. So this one just sold for 1.76 million. This one's a little bit newer, so built in 1990. 4 bed, 4 bath, all original finishes. You've got some decent curb appeal. I think there's a great opportunity for some updating here, but nice manicured lawn. And we are 2 blocks off of Renfrew. You can see the sun in the distance actually just hitting the Peony there. Okay, so right behind me is 2818 Triumph. And this one sold a few months back for 1.9 million. Actually, clients submitted an offer. We wrote an offer on this, so we weren't actually able to come together. Clients weren't willing to go that high. But really quickly, what the potential that we saw in this property was. So she's a real estate investor and wanted to do some type of a development. And so the attractive part about this property, so it was built in 1990, so not super old. It was dated, everything was original, but it was very, very well kept. It was an original owner, and it's that classic Vancouver special. So you've got the level that you walk in on, that's the lower level. There's currently a 2-bedroom suite down there, and there is the opportunity, there's a rec space there currently, and you could turn that into a studio. It would be all shared laundry, but then you could close off that. So you basically have 2 suites on the lower level, and then you've got the upper level, which is a 3-bed, 2-bath. There's a lot of square footage. That's why people really that's why these Vancouver specials were so popular, because there was just so much square footage in the property. And this one is on a 4,000 square foot lot, and there is an opportunity to tear down the garage with the laneway. So I've got really good relationships with a handful of builders here. So I ran this property by them, and I said, if you want to put some money into this property, you want to do a little bit of renos, and nothing crazy, but with the goal of renting it out, what would this look like? They quoted us about $100,000, and so what that would allow us to do is to turn that rec space into a studio, redo all of the floors, because it was all original floors, and paint. And that's really all that this needed if you were planning on renting it out. Obviously, if you're living in it for personal use, you're going to want to probably knock down. There's a main wall. In the 90s, everything was separated, and everything now is more open concept. If you're living in it for personal use, you're going to want to put more money into it. But bare bones, all a tenant really wants is something that is clean and livable. They don't need, the fanciest of everything. And so we did quick numbers on this and really calculated rent that you could potentially get on this place if you were to do those renos. So the upper level, the 3-bed, 2-bath, we estimated would rent for $4,700. And then the 2-bed, 1-bath suite on the lower level would rent for about $3,300, and then the studio would rent for about $2,400. And that's pretty typical, though. Those are just based on average rents in East Vancouver in this Hastings-Sunrise area. So yeah, just ran the numbers with clients, and like I said, the reason why we didn't end up coming together and getting an offer accepted is we're too low. Client wasn't willing to pay what the seller was stuck at, and yeah, when you're purchasing a property for investment reasons, there's less emotion attached to it. You've got your max number, and if the seller's going to take it, awesome, and if not, you go and you find another property. Okay, and this is what under $600,000 will get you in Hastings-Sunrise. I'm at 3423 East Hastings here. We're basically just off of Highway 1 here. As you can see, pretty busy intersection, but there is a 1-bed, 1-bath condo currently on the market in this building, listed for $560,000. So yeah, it's actually the only property in Hastings-Sunrise now that's on the market for under $1 million. But you've got a decent size 1-bed, 1-bath for 747 square feet, 2005 built. Obviously, as you can probably hear behind me, one of the downfalls about this one is you're on a busy street, but depending on what your comfort level is here, It's one of the things that you gotta know. Depending on what's important to you, maybe you've got a good set of earplugs. I know, living in a busy city, I wear earplugs to bed every single night. I actually showed in this building here a few months back to clients, and they actually really liked it. One of the downfalls is it did face the road, and for them, they just didn't want to deal with all the noise, but it was also a really funky layout. It was one of those properties where you're like, where do I put my couch? Where do I put the bed? And just nothing seemed to flow really well. But okay, we are at the other end of Trinity here, so we're on the west side of Trinity. And these two properties, they're both listed for $3.5 million right behind me. We've got 2452 and 2460. So they're both brand new, built in 2023. So this is an example of what you can do with that 4,000 square foot lot. So each of these properties, they have 3 units on them. They've got a basement suite, and then they've got their main floor, and then each of them actually have a laneway home, which I'll take you guys on a little bit more of a tour. We'll show you inside a laneway home. They're becoming really popular here in Vancouver, mostly because for various different reasons. People like them to have parents or elderly parents. They can kind of age in place, look after the grandkids. You're gonna have built-in babysitters. It's an opportunity to rent it out. It's just another dwelling. It's basically like a condo. They're not very large. They're typically around that 600 to 800 square feet, but you've got all the advantages of a single family home. You've got a yard, you've got parking, you're not in a high rise, or you're not sharing walls with anyone. So both of these properties, that's again what you're paying for in value here, is what that is going to get you. And the laneways are becoming very, very popular, especially with the whole affordability, with creating more affordable housing here in Vancouver, is giving people more opportunity to purchase property within an already developed lot. Well, as you can see, here are the laneway suites. Okay, I am at a pretty cool part of Hastings-Sunrise here. So I'm actually east of Highway 1. So there's this little segment between Highway 1 and Boundary Road before we get into Burnaby. So Boundary Road is what separates Vancouver from Burnaby. So I'm standing right in front of Boundary Road on this east segment here. And the reason why I like it is because I think you can see right behind me is you get these incredible views. You're elevated on the hill here, so you can see all of downtown. You get these gorgeous sunsets, and you can see downtown. You see the North Shore Mountains, and I actually just showed a property here a couple months ago. It was on the market, built in 2016. We're gonna take a quick look at it. It never ended up selling, but yeah, it was built in 2016. There were 3 suites in there. So it was the main floor plus the upper level was one suite, and then there was a basement suite and then a laneway, and there were, I think, 3 different balconies. With all of them, you could see gorgeous, incredible views. If you've got hill sprints in any type of training you do, this would be a great area to live in. You can walk out your front door and instantly have hill sprint access. But imagine just relaxing on a balcony, enjoying, you're gonna get the sunrise and sunset here no matter what time of the year, just because of where the balconies were and where we're located here. But it's actually this one here. So as you can see, there's 3 legal addresses there. And that's the cool thing. Like I mentioned, a lot of the newer properties have been built to really fit in to the older design. Like you can see these ones across the street here. So they are older, they're original, but a lot of the newer homes, they're built to keep that character and keep that charm. If you want views, again, easy access to Highway 1, but you like having that outdoor space. That's one of the things I love in a property. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, would you take, this is a question I have with lots of people, would you take like a big barbecue area in your backyard, or would you take a rooftop patio? I am all for the rooftop patio every single day. I don't know, there's just something about being elevated and being able to see for miles and miles, see views at whatever time of day it is. enjoy the evening lights. I mean, here you're gonna see downtown lit up. You're gonna see the moon, you're gonna see the stars. Maybe not the stars. On a really, really clear night, you're gonna see the stars. I mean, there's a lot of light pollution here, but you're definitely gonna get the sunrises. And we are going to end our tour here at Michelin star rated Moto Nobu, Udon. It's a chilly day, as you can see by my dress attire. So excited to enjoy some udon soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Hastings-Sunrise. Again, my name is Megan Becker, eXp Realty, a local realtor here. If you're thinking about making a move, please reach out. All my info is in the description box below. If you're looking at making a move, I'd be excited to help you make a smooth move to Canada's best city. And until next time, I am going to enjoy this delicious living udon. See you guys soon.